Hey, we are live and welcome to the Killer Be Killed podcast. I think we're episode 123. I don't know where the other 100 are. That's a good place to start. April is here from Missouri. How y'all doing? Our listener, follower. Let's go. All right. So one thing I want to share to you today is some more is a hate mail post, and where's the window? Here we go.
I fucking love hate mail.
Yeah, I know. Can you see it?
I can.
All right. So Nathan Howard, he's responding to the 60-minute self-defense, and I will read it. How can he keep a straight face saying some nonsense like that? Guaranteed he's never dealt with actual violence. You're not learning anything useful in one night that you would be able to apply under stress. That's just absurd to even make that claim. It takes more than 60 minutes to build muscle memory, which is what you're relying on in these high-stress situations. This guy needs his bell rung one good time. Okay, Nathan.
Come ring a bell, Nathan. Come ring a fucking bell.
I mean, yeah. So first off, like, you can't teach somebody to run.
Yep.
Okay, that's a form of self-defense. You can't teach somebody to identify a threat and maintain distance, right? You can't teach somebody one strike. Granted, I understand what he's going with this, but you could teach somebody, I can show you what to do in less than an hour, and then there'll be some time you'll have to practice for sure.
Absolutely.
You develop muscle memory, but for primary self-defense that's instinctual, you can learn that right away. So these guys think, they look at this and they're like, well, you've got to learn, they're putting this in the martial arts mindset.
Yeah.
And Nate, I'm telling you, if you don't think I experience real violence, well, I mean, don't you even just click on my bio? Don't you go to the page?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you, we've got like tons of reviews and all the other nonsense on there. Not nonsense. I mean, the reviews are awesome people. What I mean is, like, there's so much stuff there, and there's people that you could actually look up and ask the question because they're real people who actually train with us. So, when I tell you, 60 minutes self-defense, yeah, dude, the video program is an hour, and I'll teach you something. We'll teach you something in the first 5 minutes you can use right now, without a doubt. Right? If you can't, understand how to manage your personal space and how to create an avenue of escape, which is an instinct, not a style or a system. You can learn that in 10 minutes. It's something you do all your life. What we do is we're just showing you how to use your natural instincts and apply them to self-defense, which is, again, it's already in there. So, sure. Needs my bell rung one good time, dude. I'll tell you how many times I've had my bell rung. I mean, holy Christ, since a child. I mean, dude, bro, I played football D1 in the 80s where, we're putting 8 in a box and yeah, man, walk it off. Like, there was no such kids got concussions, but nobody, really. I mean, that's just that.
That's right. If you're not dying, fucking walk it off.
Right. I mean, I've been punched, kicked, beaten.
My guess is Nathan's only exposure to real violence is sitting at home watching fucking Squid Games.
Right. Which I finished.
I haven't. Don't spoil it.
Okay, I won't. I did enjoy it. I did. My son was watching it, so then Angela and I watch it. I saw
the first episode. That red light, green light. I played that shit in fucking school. Not the same way, obviously, but like.
Right. Yeah, I don't understand. I still don't understand like the Squid Game thing, but there's so many other, like, there's some clues that'll come up when you're watching it. As far as like, whatever. I'm not gonna say anything.
We won't ruin it for everybody.
Right. So. Yeah, definitely enjoyable. I started watching Justified again on Hulu. I was talking about last week. I don't know. I probably was. There's like 7 seasons. It's about a Kentucky. Well, it's about a U.S. Marshal who's from Kentucky. He gets into some trouble in Miami, uh, and it's starring Timothy Oliphant. It's awesome, and he winds up going back to Kentucky where he's from, and his father's like a career criminal, and you know, he's like a lawman, and he's like a white hat guy. So it's nice. He's not like this anti-hero shit. He's a gunslinger. Freaking cool stuff.
Why
So,
why why is it that everybody gets in shit in like Miami? Remember we just did that fucking podcast not too long ago about all the nonsense going on in Miami.
because I just had this conversation with one of the guys I do business with. One, and listen, I may be relocating to Florida in the next 3 years. So,
We'll
but the
see you on
reason
YouTube then.
one is that it's based on cocaine and fraud. Like Miami was built and Florida was built on cocaine and fraud. Even the governor at one point of the state was convicted of fraud. So that and all the money that came in through the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s are all cocaine coming in, and it's probably still coming in. What the hell do I know? But yeah, that's one. And it just seems like everyone who needs to run away from something on the East Coast just goes to Florida.
Yeah.
So, once you get, and again, I don't know, you just want to stick near the coast. That's what I've been told.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's get to our first. You sent me this. This was I like this. This was a guy who was walking along the street and wound up getting blasted, and what some people would call a sucker punch. So let me just let this roll.
Street, but the younger man involved then turns around and delivers a coward's punch to the back of his 60-year-old victim's head.
All right, let me roll this back a little forward. Again, you're seeing this and you're like, this guy, and a 60-year-old, come on, man, I'm 53. I'm not, you got to put these, I hate, or actually I don't hate it. I enjoy it. And it definitely adds something to it when you hear someone's age before something happens, especially when they do something stupid, like, 53-year-old man arrested for public indecency. And the guy's like taking it, it's just like, what happened?
Yeah.
Understand. It's like, 18, 20, I don't know, man. It just adds another wrinkle to it.
Here in Sydney's inner west, security cameras captured what can only be described as a minor brush between strangers here on Bay Street, but the younger man involved then turns around and delivers a coward's punch.
Okay, George, let me ask you, was that a sucker punch?
Absolutely fucking not.
Okay, so what makes you say that?
Well, I mean, first of all, when you watch it very carefully, initial contact was not made by that younger person. Was made by the older person. I don't know if that was a shot to the midsection. I have no idea how much force there was behind it, whether he was being an asshole. I've got no clue, but that contact originally stemmed from that older gentleman. The younger guy just turned around and retaliated like an asshole. You got two dicks here, basically.
Right. Yeah, two assholes passing in the night.
Yeah.
You got the older guy. Exactly. You said it perfectly. He sees this, he reaches out, makes contact. Whatever happened to just moving, right? Obviously, they locked eyes and something was going to happen, right? Because this kid's walking and look at what he's got his hoodie pulled up. Everything's all tight. Maybe he's looking just to fuck with somebody.
Yep.
Right. I mean, they're in Australia, which is, now it's, that place is under lockdown, and glad I don't live there. So this guy, this kid is probably fishing, right? So I mean, just stress it, by his body language, the fact that he's coming in on this guy's space and he's clearly, looking to get us some shit. This guy sees this because look, it's not like it's a crowded, it's not like it's not like they're walking through like this massive, tightly packed sidewalk. So he sees him, he moves him out of the way aggressively instead of just turning a shoulder and giving way, which is, I gotta tell you, dude, if I'm walking in the street and some guy comes in my space, I'm moving my shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm just not, engaging in this nonsense. And then if somebody, continues to target me, then fine. If I, again, this guy's, the 60-year-old is making this decision.
That's right.
Right? Does he deserve to get, cracked? No, obviously not. But understand that, yeah.
Strangers here on Bay Street, but the younger
Mute it. I mean, yeah. And then, we said, like, even if somebody, steps on your shoe or does something, if you have any altercation with somebody, first thing is, you got to keep an eye on.
Well, yeah, that was the biggest mistake, right? Turning and just walking away completely, back turn, not even acknowledging the kid.
I mean, you can make the argument, right, that, he didn't think anything of it. He's moving. And right, again, didn't do anything to get justified, to be assaulted. Make no mistake. I think we can all agree on this. But this happened. It's like, okay, how can you possibly prevent this? And again, he grabbed him. It looks like from what I can tell, it looks like he grabbed his arm and just moved him out of the way. Right. And that kid just, had enough. But again, just looking the way he is. I mean, there's closed circuit cameras all over the place. So clear, who's the guy with his shirt off?
Yeah, he looks like more of a threat than anybody else there.
Holy crap. I gotta tell you, if you're a white dude and you have your shirt off, there's a good chance you're gonna wind up on cops.
Yep.
Because if you watch every white dude on there is not wearing a shirt. Yeah, he should be arrested anyway. And they're just interviewing people. But yeah, okay, so here's the guy. Yeah, dude, you're not gonna find out who this kid is. Oh, wait, maybe you are. Is that him? Or is he just some guy jogging?
No, I think that's him.
All right, look at that. So, better look. There we go. Move in. Oh. Yep. So, cool. Yeah, so hopefully, they find the guy, and hopefully the other guy kind of learns his lesson.
Yeah.
So
we always say, man, it takes two to tango, right? Like,
yeah, I mean
that could have been avoided. Proper situational awareness, understanding, hey, here's this little fucking asshole encroaching upon my space. I mean, even if he did have to physically touch him in order to stop him or to kind of deflect or move, to not turn around and pay attention to the kid after was just fucking stupid.
Yeah, especially we don't even know what was said.
Yeah,
right. We're assuming that nothing was said and the guy didn't say anything, but usually, there is some type of verbal
yeah,
exchange.
Watch where the fuck you're going type of thing or something.
Right. So, yeah, again, to your point, this is day one stuff. This is what you learn in the first minutes of our training, Nathan.
Yes.
If you're managing your personal space, a lot of that stuff doesn't even happen. You see someone coming close to you. You need to manage your personal space. So you step aside, you move out of the way. There was plenty of room to do it there. Right. But again, he doesn't want to, we don't want to back down and, look, I mean, don't mistake, kindness for weakness. It's just, it's just a foot out of the way. It's a couple feet out of the way.
Exactly.
All right, let's go to the next one. Let's say share screen. Tab. Share. Okay. All right. So You guys see that okay?
I can see it. Yep.
All right. All right, good.
It's a bit dark, but you can still make it out.
I can't full screen the TikTok.
Here we go. More TikTok.
All right. So, while we understand, like, people, like, this is what people think a street fight is, and this is like two people getting into an argument, fighting in the street. I mean, the fact that it's simultaneous, the old Rocky 2 shit is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Both these guys like hitting each other with overhand rights on the button at the same time. Love it. This could have been prevented or ended like way before this point. But yeah, you never see this. That one good, the guy without the shirt on is out.
I think they're both out.
Jump on him. We're trying to get him up. Oh, they're trying to get him up. I guess the guy with the shirt on doesn't have many friends. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, the shit we find on TikTok, right? But I mean, it's all about ego. Like, it really is. And this is one of the very first things that I spend and talk to students about is just don't let your fucking ego get the better of you. And, as a guy, that's fucking hard to do sometimes. Like, I mean, I've been in situations where my ego goes fucking right through the roof and I'm like, no, I got to dial this shit down. But a lot of times, we bring it on ourselves. And I don't know how many times I get, students who are like, I want to learn how to fight. I want to learn how to fight. Then don't come talk to me. I'm not going to teach you how to fucking fight. Right. Nothing to do with self-defense and self-protection. And unfortunately, there's a lot of systems that are out there that are all this idea of we're going to teach you how to fight. How about we calm the ego down a little bit? The ego is just as bad with different systems and different instructors as it is with the idiots out in the fucking street, I'll tell you.
Right. 100%. And this is what this is all about. I mean, it's like, why are these guys fighting? I can only imagine it's like a bar brawl, barroom party situation where it's like, it's either girl or just somebody rubbing you the wrong way, talking, people just, over what? Right.
Speaking of stupid shit, we're going to have to do a podcast at some time with these slap contests. Tons of videos on TikTok with these idiots slapping each other upside the fucking head. I don't know if you've seen any of these, but it looks like a sport now.
It is a sport, and whatever. I don't. Okay, what I mean. If you want to consent to do that in a sporting, arena, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I think it's hysterical. You wouldn't catch me dead doing any of that nonsense. I hate getting hit in the face more than anybody. And, you would think like with my ears and like, I've been choked, grinded. I have been punched a lot. I don't like it. That's why I never really boxed. It really gets me angry when I get punched in the face. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. And someone slapping me. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not like, dude.
Guys, module 2, advanced methods of striking. That's where you're going to find it. And trust me, that shit hurts.
Yes, 100%. And we're going to add that's going to be included in One Shot Fight Enders, which I'm filming Saturday. And we're going to do that. We're going to do the Rock Crusher. We're going to do double chin jet, a bunch of other shit. So, we're looking forward to that. But yeah, so to your point, dude, I'm like, look, if that's what you want to do, I'm like that. And if you look up like purring, which is basically kicking each other, it's like Irish clog fighting.
Oh, Jesus.
Where you're basically kicking each other in the shins with, clogs. Wouldn't you, dude? No way. It's just, oh my God. Imagine like running into those guys and just kind of hitting them. They're just like looking at you. I mean, look, you develop a tolerance for stuff. So your body adapts, and people don't think this is why it's like when we're going to like module 6, body conditioning, and I'm hitting you're hitting you on the chin with the hammer and doing some other stuff with a ping pong paddle. You can develop, desensitize and develop a tolerance for that type of contact.
Yeah.
Takes time. You got to do it, but yeah, man, yeah, there's certain things to a degree that you can't prevent, like especially talk about that shock knockout, like when your head gets rattled.
Yes.
There's certain nerves, but if you build up the structure around it enough, this is why lifting your neck and lifting weights and doing these type of conditioning drills is important. You can reduce that shock factor, if you will. So yeah, it can be done. But again, you ain't getting me in no slap contest. I don't even like arm wrestling.
Jesus.
That's why I'm like not good at it. It's like there's technique to it. There's a whole bit, and I'm not weak. I just, yeah, dude, I don't like, yeah.
But I am guilty of watching the slap contest with those like Russian chicks smacking each other in the ass. I don't know if you've seen that one, but that's just fantastic.
That's a pay site, George?
No.
Right. Dude, my search
I didn't say
history,
naked ass.
my search history is sketchy enough. I don't do that. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, our boy again.
Love this guy.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna laugh that. Oh, and that'll end the fight. So, yeah, I actually at one point in my life had to learn this technique in self-defense class. So we talked about the push last week, but we'll do it again. One, why are you turning your back on a guy who's aggressively attacking you?
Yeah.
Why are you turning around? What are you doing? One. Two, and in order to let somebody get their hands up in a full Nelson, so let me know if you can see my body. I'm going to do a really shitty joke.
Okay.
What's this?
You froze.
What's
there
that?
you go.
But what, can you see me?
I can see you, but it gets a bit choppy, so.
Yes, I can't. Hold on, let me just look on the StreamYard if I see myself. Okay. I don't know. So this is what? A half Nelson, right?
Okay.
This is what? A full Nelson, right?
Okay.
This is a father Nelson.
Oh, Jesus.
So, sorry, man. I couldn't help it.
Oh,
so anyway.
you might have to edit that shit out.
Right. We're live, by the way.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry, April.
Yeah, right. Sorry. So you're looking at this guy, and so in order for somebody to get their hands underneath here, you're gonna react.
Yeah.
Right. So this is why I'm like, you'll clamp down, you'll move around, you'll fight. So in order for them to actually get a full Nelson in you, you will never get attacked with this technique. Some guys may use it if they're a lot bigger to move you out of a place because somebody told them to do it. Where they would get you in a full Nelson and take you from one place to another. But that's that's usually with other guys involved. Right. And after you've been like kind of grabbed up, wrestled around, brought to the ground, or just, held up. I've seen, guys in clubs, we've, pulled guys out with that. But, like a flat out attack like this, the push, you'll react before. Again, it's like you're letting your guy into your space. So why are we doing this? Why aren't we reacting? Why are we turning around? And then this is like the guy's not, the attacker's not even adjusting his body. He's not applying any pressure. If I get a full Nelson on you, I'm going to almost, there's a reason why, well, it's legal in freestyle and Greco, but not legal in scholastic style wrestling. I will crank your, I will just crank your neck down. You're going to be staring right into your belly button. Right. And and you moving back, this just stepping back is like, there's no reaction from the attacker whatsoever. Zero.
But that's to be expected because with all of the self-defense instructors that are out there, This is the way they like to train. Absolutely zero resistance at all from an attacker once the initial attack has started. So
This is also why it takes decades and years to learn stuff, because you got to memorize this nonsense. And to be honest, him taking him down to the ground is probably the most brutal thing about this thing. Slamming a dude on his back, that sucks.
Yep.
The elbow, whatever, dude. That's like movie shit. You're not really generating much power. It's all your arm. This stuff, waiting to be attacked, letting people come in. This is a fantasy. This is not real. This does not happen. Yet people will look at this and be like, oh, when is if someone pushes you, again, you're not going to turn your back. You shouldn't. If you do, what's going to happen, you're going to get knocked out like that 60-year-old guy we were just looking at.
Yep.
That's what happens. Why is this guy pushing me and putting me into a full Nelson? Right?
Yeah.
What's the storyline behind that?
My guess is our buddy here, went to a weekend course on how to be an instructor or YouTubed it. And this is just one of the attacks of his syllabus that we have to teach people.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is a black belt. You know what I mean? This is a guy, because I've seen this dozens of times in my life going through, this is a guy who trained someplace in a school. And these are the guys that, talk about how it takes a long time to get good at self-defense because you're wasting your time with this nonsense.
Yeah.
He's a freaking, this is who he is. This is like typical shit, and this is what we're kind of up against.
This is what our buddy Nathan is probably studying.
100%.
That might even be Nathan. We should find out what that fucking guy's name is.
Right. All right. So you got one.
And this is another reason why you don't learn self-defense off of fucking TikTok.
Right. Or, but again, this guy's teaching it in a school.
Oh.
Right. I'm telling you, that is what's in a school. Okay. So we got the hair grab. Oh boy. All right. So this is a fine example of applying sport to self-defense. Okay, so the hair grab, right? Let's just say it does happen. Now, getting somebody in Juji or triangle choke or an armbar is, oh, dude, why do you do this?
Yeah.
So, okay, one, he's really not pulling her. He's not hitting her. He's not doing anything else, right? So he's also, she's clamped his hand down, fine. Now, about the triangle choke, it is a purely sporting technique because it comes from Japanese jiu-jitsu. Sorry, it was developed for sport because no samurai or soldier would put his crotch or inner thighs near anybody's mouth.
Yep.
Same thing with the armbar. I'm like, we show you, you bite. Let's say you can't let go. Like she's got, superhuman strength. She traps your hand. You can't let go. All right. Biting and striking. I mean, he's not doing anything else. She has not done anything other than to put herself on a more vulnerable position.
Yeah.
The guy's going to be bigger. It's going to be violent. He's going to be shaking her around. He's going to be trying to pull her or move her or hit her. Right? I mean, hell, he's pulling her hair. He's assaulting her. He's going to be usually bashing her head off of something. I mean, that's the reality of what we're looking at there.
It's shit like this where sport should just fucking stay sport. Don't post this as self-defense against a goddamn hair grab. I mean, look at her. I'd go to the fucking mat with her all day long. But like, sport, not self-defense. And the problem is people are going to watch this and they're going to think this is what we do. Women are going to watch this. This is what we do if some fucking guy grabs us and wants to rape us. And that scares the shit out of me.
Yeah. I mean, typically this will be what, this is like a domestic violence situation right here.
Yeah.
Right. So, you're home, you're alone. probably, one-on-one. So it's typically, if it's out in the street, it's a whole other thing. You've got, weapons, you've got, multiple attackers, you've got the ground. I mean, you still have that in your home, but it's not like concrete or bottles or whatever. But either way, you're not on the mat, you're not doing any of that stuff. Striking's not an option. Striking's the most efficient way of defending yourself, flat out. And if you can't hit someone hard enough to make them let go, there's no way you're being able to do this.
That's right.
No way. And I go, look, and he is like not, he's not resisting. It's not a freaking game. But again, like the old saying, it's like, this is the problem when sport systems and athletes try to adapt what they learn to self-defense, because, one, you need a certain level of skill. Even if you could do a triangle choke and an arm bar, even if you could, it's going to take months, if not years, to get those decently. I mean, it took me years to really to know how to choke somebody. I mean, choke somebody like shit yourself, choke somebody. Right. Yeah. So, let's just say you can get somebody and they're going to the tap. I mean, the adrenaline is going to be through the roof. It's going to take so much more energy to get someone to tap. So much more. And, and on top of that, because I get so freaking furious, besides all the training, it's like, look, if I gave you a hammer, everything in the world would look like a nail.
Yes. Meaning
that they're forcing what they're already trained in to adapt it to a situation it wasn't made to work in.
Exactly.
Not. This is shit. Don't believe it is. And you know what? If anyone wants to come down here, I can hair grab them and we can do that. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, listen, and that's not even, it's like, look, as soon as she comes in, she just hit him in the face. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Get a reaction out of him. And then and move forward from there. Chances are, if you're bashing somebody, they're going to react and let go. At least you'll take the momentum out of what they're trying to do. But again, he's sitting there. He's not really trying to do anything.
No.
He's just kind of squeezing around. He's not violently shaking her head or trying to smash it against a car or, off a, credenza. I don't know. Does anybody use that term anymore? Yeah, right. That's like a Patterson term. So yeah, like these things, again, there's a million of them. And again, these are the guys who tell us that takes too long. You need to freaking, you need to spend years. You need to do all this nonsense in order to do this. And these are the guys that are saying, 60 minutes, dude, teach you something. You learn stuff in like module 1. I mean, dude, heal a hand strike, and driving and taking ground and then edge ahead. Boom, you're done. That's going to be your best chance. Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, good stuff. So anyway, my friend. Yeah, I mean, we've got some other stuff to get to, but what did we learn today? We learned that I need my bell rung, which I'm not going to disagree with Nathan. I do need to be punched in the head on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
Totally. And we watched again, the wide world of martial arts and self-defense. These are the people that rally against us. We learned don't turn your back. Thank you, April. Yes. Especially, if somebody engages contact with you or you poke the bear a little bit, yeah, please don't turn your back. We saw our guy, walking on the street, a 60-year-old walking on the street. We saw our Father Nelson.
Yes, that's disturbing.
Yeah, and we learned that sports aren't necessarily to be applied to self-defense. Right.
And again, don't learn off fucking TikTok.
Yeah. I just yeah, man, I don't know. Those guys look fit though. Good stuff.
That's true.
All right. On that bombshell, thanks for joining us. We'll post this. This will be up. We'll get it out to the community. And until next time, train honestly.